Hi, I'm Junior Gmont, and today I'm going to be interviewing the bus called Home Sweet Home. And we are going to get inside, and we're going to see what's inside,
And ask some questions, right?
And yeah, ask questions. So, come on, let's go. So, this is a school bus. Looks like he has some tools here.
Yeah,
Here
discuss some
comes the
storage.
driver's seat and everything for the driver. So, yeah. Let's go.
All right, who's this? The owner?
Hi. So the owner here is Franz, and he's going to help us know the things of this bus. So,
Okay.
hi, Franz.
Hi, what is your name?
Junior G-Man.
Junior G-Man. Okay.
All right.
I'll just call him Junior.
All right, you gonna...
And so, Franz is going to show us the bus. How about we see the first room?
Okay. Well, in the first room, first thing we'll come across is my pull-out pantry.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
This looks pretty cool.
full 2 feet deep. So,
Okay.
and then, you already saw the storage up front, and I also store my computer monitor in here.
Oh, cool.
Um,
Pretty neat.
Yeah. Just about everything in here is made out of either pine or Baltic birch.
Okay.
Standard dinette converts into a small bed. I have storage under one seat and a subwoofer enclosure under the other.
Okay.
Full apartment fridge, 10 cubic foot.
Okay.
I run it off solar during the day, and at night, well, pretty much from this time until tomorrow morning, I shut it off. I have an extra 1.5 inch insulation all the way around to keep everything cold, so I don't have to run it for very long.
Do you know what installation means?
Yeah. Looks like you also have some pretty cool magnets.
Yeah, I've been living in this 2.5 years now, so I've been about 40,000 miles so far.
40,000 miles. Junior G-Man, it's like 150 miles for us to get here, so he's been about 40,000?
Well, it's 4,000 miles from my house to get to here.
Whoa.
I'm from Alaska, so.
You thought our trip was hard.
It took me 2 weeks to get here. Yep. So the roof, I took the fact that this is an Alaska spec bus, so that means I got a few extra things that other buses don't get. The front 2 windows in the passenger area on both sides are double pane. The driver's door and the driver's window and the student door are also double pane windows, like you have in a house. The insulation is the factory insulation is poly insulation, like you get in Sub-Zero sleeping bags. I took that out of all of my living space ceiling, stuffed it into the walls, and had a professional spray foam in the roof. So I have 2 inches of closed cell spray foam in the roof for insulation.
Probably helps in Alaska.
It did a little bit.
Just a little?
Just a little bit. It usually stays 10 to 15 degrees warmer in here than it is outside. So even if it's freezing outside, it's still 40 degrees in here.
Nice.
I have a silverware drawer that pulls fully out and houses all my silverware. It's on soft close guides, and then this is the rest of my computer station. So I have all my peripherals in here, and my tower is mounted down below.
Did you have any questions for him?
So, where do you like? What's your favorite place to be in the wall on the schoolie?
In the wintertime, I like being here. I usually spend my winters in Ehrenberg. And then during spring, summer, and fall, all over the U.S. But late summer, I'm typically up in the mountains. Yep.
Okay.
Doesn't get above 70 up there, so it's comfortable.
Okay.
I have a spice and coffee rack right here.
That looks pretty cool.
Thank you.
It's also safe for drives.
Yep. Yeah, nothing falls out because there's fencing on everything. Presently, my fresh water tank is underneath the sink. It's a 40-gallon.
Okay. I'll add it. Switch.
Yep. And I have a shop sink, which after Schoolie Palooza, this whole kitchen is getting rebuilt.
Nice.
So the water tank's going in back. I have a smaller sink to put in here, and I'm gaining 16 inches of counter space.
Nice.
So, because obviously my stove takes up all of my counter. But this is just a standard camp stove that I store above the fridge when I'm driving.
Okay.
Got microwave and fresh water for cooking and eating and drinking.
Does the microwave take a lot of energy?
It does. It's a 700-watt microwave, but it surges to 1600 watts. And I only have an 1800-watt surge inverter presently, so I have to run my generator to cook things in the microwave.
Okay.
But that's temporary. I do have a new inverter.
Nice.
You'll see in back here. Then the last thing in this here is I have all my baking goods.
That's
are
really
stored
cool.
in it.
Slides in now.
It will be on drawer slides. I need to rebuild the backboard.
Nice.
So part of how I got my money to build the schoolie and to travel is I built custom car audio systems for competition. And I used to do shows and competition, which is where these trophies are from.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah. Very cool.
Standard homemade composting toilet, or rather poo collection toilet.
Nice.
There is a urine separator in there that separates the urine into 1-gallon bottles.
Nice.
I just used pine bedding for soaking up the moisture. Get this out of the way. In fact, if you want to switch with me, it's going to be easier for your camera to go in the bedroom first.
Okay.
This way.
So in the bedroom, what happens?
Sorry, what was that?
So my my new electrical system is actually inside because I'm switching to lithium-ion batteries
Nice.
and a much larger inverter charger. So that box will actually hold 4 batteries
Cool.
and keep them all above freezing.
Okay.
There's an AC unit in the back wall. That's what's behind the plastic bag. But that is coming out and it's being put on a shelf in the closet here, which is backed by an emergency window. So I can just push the unit outside.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very good. Oh, and you got your TV back here.
Full 5.1 surround sound system.
That's awesome.
Good.
I'm still rebuilding this area, so it's a little bit of a mess. But
Nice.
this is tilted inward 2 degrees to help keep things on the shelf, and I'll be putting a fence up here as well, so all that stuff will stay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
One of the other ways I made money for this, besides having houses, I built hot rods, and that's where all the other trophies are from. It's from all the hot rods I built.
Wow.
Except for the small spark plug one that came from the bus. The one on the shelf there.
Oh,
To your left.
this one.
Yep. That was from the bus in 2019
Nice.
at the same show.
That's cool.
The bed is a single. It's just me and the bus. but it's a single, but it does pull out to a full if I need it.
That's
Need
great.
more space. And the part that everybody loves is the
Oh,
wood stove.
is that one of the automatic fans? Like,
Yeah, it's it's kind of blocked right now. Move that out of the way.
I like when the heat goes, it
Yep.
goes.
So it's connected directly to the pipe, so I don't have to worry about it hitting my fence. And it's thermoelectric, so it uses heat to power the fan.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It doesn't have any electricity going through it. It's just heat that powers it.
Okay.
It's a Cubic Mini Cub, so the smallest.
Did you have any other questions?
What is your favorite place here in the school?
I spend most of my time back here because this is where the home theater is. It's where I eat. It's where I sleep.
Okay.
I actually don't like the driver's seat very much right now because I get a lot of heat soak from the engine coming through the firewall.
Whoa.
And so on a 70-degree day, my feet will be about 120 degrees. So I'm fixing that. It's just taking some time.
Any other questions, Bud?
What is your least favorite part in the schoolie?
The engine and transmission. I only had a choice between 3 buses that had good maintenance records, and all 3 of them had the Mercedes engine with the 2000 series Allison transmission. Avoid those at all cost. It's hard to find mechanics for the Mercedes engine, and the transmission itself can't tow.
Oh. Sounds rough. How much did it cost for you to build this?
The bus itself was $5,000, and right now the interior I'm up to just shy of $25,000.
Okay.
But I also started with nothing, so I had nothing I could bring into the bus. I had to buy everything new, including the tools.
That's rough.
So, and I was in Alaska, so everything had to be shipped to Alaska, so that pretty much doubles the price on everything. Yeah, so like this was $750 for this setup. There's another $750 for shipping.
Woo.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this for?
2.5 years. I've had the bus for 3 years.
Okay. I like this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you've only seen 2/3 of it. There's more.
There's more.
What?
There's more.
Oh.
So this is a 40-foot bus,
What is this?
and from the nose to this wall here is only 32 feet.
Ooh.
I have another 8 feet behind that wall that I'll show you now.
Ooh, see what's this? Oh.
So if you want to take a look underneath the bus and tell me what you think of that tire.
The tile.
I have a single tire in the rear. It's called a super single. It's 17.5 inches wide.
It's pretty big, huh?
I took the
What
dualies
is
off.
it?
This tire right here. I
Yeah.
took the dual wheels off, like
See,
most
compared
buses.
to that one?
Yeah. So my
a
tires
lot
used to
bigger.
look like his,
Huh?
and then I switched out to a super single tire.
lot bigger.
What's the advantages of a super single?
It's quieter for one. I actually gained 1 mile per gallon on the highway, so I went from 8.5 to 1 to 9.5 to 1.
Okay.
Or sorry, 8.5 miles per gallon to 9.5 miles per gallon. Not compression ratio. And the aluminum rims helped as well with that. So all 4 of my rims are Alcoa rims. You can buy them used. They're cheap.
Nice.
And back here I have my shed, which started out as, when I was in Alaska, I built the interior in this shop.
What? What?
and then
Wow.
passed it through the wall and assembled it in the interior. Now it's become a shed which hauls all my tools and all my spare wood and spare parts, and my generators in
Okay.
here as well.
So this is a secret room.
Yeah, kind of.
Well,
Yeah.
well, what do you say?
I really like this, you know. It's a really great design.
Thank you.
So, and I hope you guys also like it. It just, you know, it's a perfect place to live in a schoolie, you know. And yeah, he showed a great example, and he wants us to try these things out.
Yeah.
You
Would
know?
you suggest this kind of lifestyle to other people?
Yes and no. If you're used to electronics and conveniences and that sort of thing, it's kind of difficult to have those in a schoolie
Yeah.
because you're limited on power. You don't have constant power coming in all the time. I've actually met people that are very used to their luxuries in life, and when they try to move into a schoolie, it's just too much for them, and they're usually out within a couple months.
Ooh.
So, but you can run things like, you know, your game systems and your TVs, like I do.
That's why you probably should have solar panels, you know.
I do. Yep, I have 400 watt solar on the roof presently. I'm planning on another 600 this
Okay.
winter. And I also have a 3,000 watt generator.
Okay. And everyone should, of course, have one if they are in a schoolie.
I agree.
Ooh. I hope you like and subscribe.
And what? Ask him if he has a channel.
And do you have a channel?
I do. My YouTube channel is the name of the bus, Rome Sweet Home.
Okay.
And my Instagram is Rome Sweet Home Schoolie, spaces are underscores.
Okay. Like and subscribe both channels. Rome Sweet Home and IV Positive. Hope to see you next time.